The stage is set for Super Bowl 59, where the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles will clash in a highly anticipated rematch. If you're feeling a sense of deja vu, that's because these two powerhouses faced off just 2 years ago in Super Bowl 57, where Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs edged out the Eagles 38-35. Fast forward to 2025, and the stakes have never been higher. Both teams have undergone changes, faced challenges, and now stand ready to redefine their legacies on football's biggest stage. Here's what's at stake for each team and why this game could shape the future of the NFL. The Kansas City Chiefs are on the verge of immortality. A victory in Super Bowl 59 would make them the first team in NFL history to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. I'm sure you heard that factoid like a billion times on ESPN alone. Forget the NFL Network. How many times have you heard that tidbit? It probably sounds annoying at this point, even more annoying at maybe the fact that these games feel scripted if the referees are rigging certain outcomes, or you just feel like Mahomes broke in the game. But one thing is sort of official: Patrick Mahomes has become a career killer for his opponents. And yeah, you could argue the details, but here's the bottom line. The NFL is stacked with elite quarterbacks across the entire league, yet Mahomes keeps rising above them all. In just 7 years as a starter, he's led the Chiefs to 5 AFC Championship games and now has the chance to win his 4th Super Bowl. Think about it. The only quarterbacks who've ever beaten him in the postseason are Tom Brady twice and Joe Burrow once. Brady retired at 45. Mahomes isn't even 30 years old yet. Patrick Mahomes has a 17-3 record in the playoffs so far in his career. 1 loss to Joe Burrow and 2 to Brady. That's it. The reality of the league right now for the foreseeable future is that Mahomes is not just great, but he seems to be here to stay. If the Chiefs manage to pull off a three-peat, his spot in the GOAT debate will sincerely be intense and will have a legitimate argument. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's step back and talk about the fact that Mahomes has been a bit of a career killer. This postseason, he added yet another impressive feat to his resume, becoming yet another quarterback to beat a specific quarterback 4 times in the postseason. That victim being Josh Allen. And Josh Allen himself, despite being one of the NFL's elite quarterbacks, has now lost to Mahomes in 2020, 2021, 2023, and now in this postseason. Mahomes joins Tom Brady and Brett Favre as the only quarterbacks to achieve this rare accomplishment of defeating a specific opponent 4 times. Brady did it against the Colts in 2003, 2004, 2013, 2014. Favre did it against the 49ers 1995, 1996, 1997, and 2001. This level of dominance not only highlights Mahomes' greatness, but also underscores the Chiefs' ability to rise to the occasion in the most critical moments. But the road to said moment has not been without its bumps. The Chiefs finished the regular season with a 15-2 record. On paper, that sounds amazing, tying the Detroit Lions for best in the league. Yet if you look between the lines, their dominance came with scrutiny. A point differential of just plus 59 raised eyebrows for a team with such a stellar record. They were also criticized for benefiting from favorable officiating. Though the NFL denies such allegations, and despite these narratives, Kansas City has proved time and time again that they thrive under pressure. Andy Reid, the mastermind behind their success, has led the Chiefs to 7 consecutive AFC Championship games, and his ability to adjust and innovate keeps this team ahead of the curve. A 3rd straight title would cement the Chiefs' era as one of the greatest dynasties in NFL history, rivaling the likes of the 2000 Patriots and the 1970s Steelers. But with glory comes pressure. A loss here could definitely puncture the aura of such said invincibility and leave critics questioning whether Kansas City peaked too early or if they just had a favorable whistle and were never a true dynasty to begin with. But if they lose, there's only one team that could hand them that L. That's the Philadelphia Eagles, who are looking to redeem their loss. For the Birds, this game is personal. Losing to the Chiefs in Super Bowl 57 was a bitter pill to swallow, and now they have a chance to rewrite that narrative. A victory here would give the Eagles their 2nd championship in 8 years and further establish them as one of the NFL's modern powerhouses. Head coach Nick Sirianni, in his 4th season, has molded this team into a juggernaut that blends old school toughness with modern versatility. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles' dynamic quarterbacks, has faced his fair share of doubters and haters despite leading this team to multiple playoff runs. Heck, even if he wins, I think people are still going to be critical of him. I don't know what this guy could do to get people to back off him. His resilience alone is admirable, battling through so much injuries and pain, still showing up to give it 110%. But of course, what matters most is this upcoming game. No one's going to care how he got here, they're going to care what he does now that he is here. Good news though, he's not here alone. Alongside him, Saquon Barkley has been a revelation, dominating the postseason with performances that will be talked about for years to come. His 205-yard game against the Rams in a divisional round already is stuff of legend, and Saquon Barkley's contributions go far beyond his playoff performances. In fact, he's a finalist for the AP NFL MVP award, a feat no running back has achieved since Adrian Peterson's legendary 2012 season. If Barkley were to win both AP MVP and a Super Bowl ring in the same year, that would be iconic. Barkley's ability to impact the game not just as a running back but also as a leader makes him a true threat, and his leadership has been pivotal for the Eagles' success. With the NFL MVP winner set to be announced just days before the Super Bowl that will be set on February 6th, the Super Bowl on February 9th, the spotlight on Barkley to deliver a performance is worthy of the league's highest honor, would certainly etch his name into history. And yeah, the main topic for the Eagles is revenge, but I think we need to talk a little bit how this goes just beyond revenge. So imagine if they were facing the Bills in the Super Bowl. This is still a very important game for them. Jalen Hurts does not want to go 0-2 in the Super Bowl. He already has too much critics for not being able to deliver. This would really add fuel to the fire. This Super Bowl isn't just a game. It's a referendum on the future of the NFL. On one side, you have the Chiefs, a dynasty in the making, led by a quarterback who could redefine what it means to be the greatest. On the other hand, the Eagles, a team determined to prove that their 2023 loss was a fluke and that they belong in the conversation of great NFL teams, perennial contenders, and a chance to be awarded the title as dynasty stopper. Imagine being the team that beats the Chiefs. That is worth more than maybe the Lombardi Trophy itself. Those bragging rights are nothing to scoff at. The Chiefs enter the game riding the momentum of a thrilling 32-29 victory over the Bills in the AFC Championship. Mahomes, now the third quarterback ever to make 5 Super Bowl appearances, joining legends like Tom Brady and John Elway. Meanwhile, the Eagles steamrolled their way through the NFC, accumulating a 53-23 demolition of the Commanders in the NFC Championship. Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley combined for 6 rushing touchdowns, showcasing the kind of dominance that makes this team a nightmare for opponents. This game has implications far beyond the final score. For Mahomes, it's about adding another chapter to his career that could end with him as the undisputed GOAT. Obviously, that's still very disputed right now. For Jalen Hurts, it's a chance to silence critics and join the ranks of elite quarterbacks. For the Chiefs, it's about cementing their dynasty. For the Eagles, it's about redemption and stopping a dynasty from being cemented on the other side. They have to prove they're not just a one-hit wonder. If you ask yourself who needs this ring more, probably the Eagles. The Chiefs are still going to be looked at as the big bad evil empire of the NFL. The Eagles are obviously on the other end of that stick, and they lost against the Chiefs last time, so they're the ones who need the redemption. For the Chiefs, if they lose, oh well, Mahomes still has 3 Super Bowl wins. If the Eagles lose, they don't got that kind of luxury. Jalen Hurts would be 0-2 in the Super Bowl against the same opponent. His haters would have a lot of questions to ask him. Would he have answers? I don't know. That's why he's looking for a W, not an L. Whatever happens, Super Bowl 59 will be a battle for the ages. Whether it's Mahomes furthering his legacy or Hurts leading a triumphant comeback story, this game will define the narrative of the NFL for years to come. So who do you think will hoist the Lombardi Trophy? Will the Chiefs make history, or will the Eagles soar to redemption? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to tackle that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm Touchdown Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.